A simpleton and simply a stooge. These are the damning verdicts now that are really engulfing the current Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves. But it's not really just that that's the problem for our Rachel. Oh no. Behind the scenes, this particular government, headed up, of course, by the current British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Sir Keir Starmer, a man who stood on the steps of Downing Street saying that he wanted to bring a policy of change, adults back in the room, running everything. Well, literally 15, nearly 16 months on now, this is far worse than anything we went through in the previous 14 years. And when I tell you what's going on behind that famous black door, I'm sure you'll agree. As ever, let me explain. Morning, chums. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Welcome back, one and all. I hope you're keeping well, whatever. This beautiful autumnal spot. It's nice, isn't it? I like all the leaves on the ground. Yes, it just makes you realise that it's nature's blanket, isn't it? You don't necessarily feel that when it's a little bit chilly, but you know what I'm saying. It's nice though, isn't it, when you wander around and all the leaves are like this. Which is your favourite month, by the way? I'm not particularly keen on January and February because it always looks so bleak after Christmas. The lights come down, it's darker nights, and you're just wandering around thinking, goodness, when does the fun start again? March, right? Yes, spring has sprung. What's your favourite month of the year and why? Share with the chums, let us know. Or what do you do to get over the dark moments of the year? Do you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of dark clouds gathering once again though. Tenuous link, chums, over in 10 Downing Street. Oh yeah, what a shambles this is turning out to be. And this is really because, again, you look at somebody like the Chancellor of the Exchequer, forget all the problems that she's had, but she's clueless in the job. I mean, that's not just my words, that's from excellent team of economists. And what Rachel has now done is decided to get rid of the Richard III look, which apparently really upset her, and now gone for a longer look with a sort of chestnutty hair and smoky eye makeup to make her look more appealing. You see this particular picture where she's striding out of number 11 Downing Street. This is because she wanted to prove that she was a woman in power and all of these people were walking behind her. Remember, this is also a woman that's taken down far greater portraits inside those particular buildings because they made her feel uncomfortable. How do we feel uncomfortable about Rachel Reeves's policies? Well, if you live over in the United Kingdom, you know exactly what I mean. What's interesting here, though, is things are imploding. I've told you about the, plan behind the scenes to get rid of the failing Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. And this is not me talking, this is from the grassroots level. They're only out to protect themselves, the Labour people in the ground, as it were, the ones in your local constituency. But what's fascinating even more so is this. You see, as Rachel has become, literally a calamity, really. Everything she's doing is a disaster. Lied about everything, even claiming to be a former chess champion, and then being outed as if even her sister did better than her. Now, do not think the sister's any better. Ellie Reeves, also an MP, £91,000 a year, plus expenses, plus, of course, all the wonderful things that go for a sister being in the top job. You get the picture. Remember, this was Rachel a couple of years back before she got into power that said she winced every time she opened a bank statement because of the cost of living crisis, and then was caught flying first class on a particular event. Yeah, always with the people, our Rachel, right? But she now believes that it shouldn't be Angela Rayner, that should be vetted as, possibly becoming the very first female British Labour Prime Minister. Nothing like sisterhood behind the black door, girls. Not going on at all. Apparently, Rachel Reeves believes that if anybody should take over the position of Keir Starmer, should it go wrong, and again, I have to say allegedly, well, she's more qualified. After all, she's now been in the job over a year and taken us through some rather choppy waters. Yes, unemployment at a period of an all-time high for many years. This is because she's banging into banks and putting on business rates and, of course, making sure the feckless and the ones that do not want to work, well, it's better to be on benefits than to go out to work. This is her policy. Angela's not having any of it, but she's not really that much better. stepped forward the Energy Minister, Ed Miliband, apparently because of his background and his long-term association with the British Labour Party. He too feels that he could become the next British Labour Prime Minister. And if that wasn't enough, what I told you the other day, Wes Streeting, the failing health minister who can't decide about puberty blockers to people, says one thing to the public, the mainstream media behind the scenes says another. All of these people are fighting like rats in a snack, basically trying to make out that they are all about wanting to save the British Prime Minister, but behind the scenes, they're all vying for the top job. Why? Because they now know that Keir Starmer is a dud, and they are not going to win any local elections or indeed a general election, despite what they're trying to do. But Rachel believes more than ever that she's popular with the public. Is she? Do we have it all wrong? I'd love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. And what do we think to Rachel's softer, sort of more feminine makeover? Neil Sean, Kensington, London.